In this video, I'm going to explain exactly how I lost 70 pounds in 8 months. This was me before, this is me after the 8 months, and this is me now. I'm going to walk you through my exact diet plan, my training, and my mindset during these 8 months. I'm not going to give you some basic advice like 10,000 steps or not eating junk food or taking the substance that everyone's taking. At the end, I'll also highlight 4 mistakes that I made that I wish I didn't so you can avoid them. And if you're tired of watching videos like this to figure it out for yourself, click the link below and book a transformation strategy call with me to see if my program is the right fit for you. So let's get training and motivation out of the way, and we'll talk about nutrition at the end because that's the juiciest part. So training is obviously important because you want to make sure you're keeping your muscle while you're on a fat loss phase, so you're only burning fat. The thing is, it was COVID when I started, gyms weren't accessible. I didn't have much at home, but I could have done something at home. So for the first 4 months, I didn't do anything, like no exercise. Thankfully, after 4 months, I started using the dumbbells I had at home. I did some pull-ups outside at the park, but nothing like going to the gym, unfortunately, which I wish I did. So that was pretty much my entire training routine. I did no cardio, no nothing. Second, the mindset portion, the motivation aspect of it. This is a really neglected part of all this because usually people know exactly what to do, they just don't do it. And the reason is psychological, right? That's like my biggest job as a coach, is making sure people stay on track. What motivated me in the beginning was just being fat. I just didn't like the way I looked. After that, it became a little game with the scale, seeing the number go down, and that was exciting. And then also proving people wrong, because there's a lot of people telling you that what you're doing is weird or wrong. And then after that, when I lost more weight, the motivation actually became seeing abs and helping out more people, because at that point there's people coming up to you and asking, okay, like, how'd you do it? You know what I mean? Because at first you're crazy and then it works and then they go, how'd you do it? So that was what motivated me throughout the 8 months. And lastly was the nutrition. So in the beginning, I wasn't eating healthy. I didn't walk a lot. I actually did like 0 cardio. I didn't stop eating my favorite foods. I was just tracking my calories. And I'll tell you exactly how I did this. First of all, you gotta start with a number, right? What I did was I went on like a BMR calculator. You can just search it on Google. And I got that number and I multiplied it by 1.2. And that's usually most people's maintenance. So you start from there and then you eat that amount of calories every single day. You track your weight day 1, day 7. If you lose weight, congrats, just keep eating those calories. If you maintain or gain weight, reduce the calories by like 100, 200 and try it again. And then all you have to do is do this until you get to the weight you want to get to, which is the hard part. People just don't stick with it long enough. That's all you have to do. What really helped me was learning that I could average out my calories throughout the week, so I would be able to like eat more on the weekends and eat less during the weekdays. And that really made social life a lot easier because you're more likely to overeat on the weekends, right? Rather than like a Tuesday at home. So I would eat less on the weekdays, keep some calories for the weekends and eat there. And I would still lose the same amount of weight as if I was eating the same amount every single day. Eventually what helped me more is focusing on my protein intake. I had about 1 gram of protein per pound in body weight. So if you're 200 pounds, you're eating 200 grams of protein, which sounds like a lot, but it's not. You just have to eat protein with every meal you eat and it'll be pretty easy. So at first I was still eating fast food. I was snacking a lot. I was hungry even when I hit my calorie target. But when I started prioritizing protein is when things got a little easier for a couple months. So 4 mistakes I made that I wish I didn't. Number 1 was not doing cardio. That would have made my life so much easier. It would have kept me a lot healthier and I probably would have felt a lot better throughout the process. Number 2 is not training consistently. I wish maybe I was trying harder from the beginning, or I just looked for a gym that was open, even though the big commercial gyms weren't open. It would have helped me keep a lot more muscle than I did. I probably lost quite a bit in the beginning. Number 3 was not prioritizing whole foods. I would literally have pizza for lunch and then eat nothing else the rest of the day, and like no wonder I felt terrible, right? I wouldn't recommend this to anybody. It works. You just don't feel good. I wish I was eating like yogurt, chicken, steak, veggies, fruits way more often than I was. I was like eating ramen packets at night. Like it was, as long as it fit the calories, right? And 4 was prioritizing sleep. I was like sleeping at 5 a.m., waking up at 5 p.m. I felt terrible. It probably gave me a lot more cravings than I would have had regularly, and I probably would have felt a lot better and life would have been easier if I just slept like a normal human. I guess normal humans don't sleep enough, but you know what I mean, like a nice 8 hours. So those 4 things I wish I did. I don't recommend you skipping any of those 4 if you are about to start your weight loss journey. And if you want to hear me go into much more detail about weight loss, you can check out this video. If you finally want to lose weight and be proud when you look into the mirror, click the link below and book a transformation strategy call with me to see if you're a good fit for my program.